It's school time! Hi everybody, it's Daisy Cottage Schoolhouse. It's Monday, and today I'm going to show you how to make this block for this quilt that I made. And some of you may have made one, and there's different versions out there, but sorry, this is the one that we're going to make. And I'm going to tell you the instructions and the measurements as I go along, so you can write them down if you want, or you can come back and look at the video as you make it. So what we need on this block is, ooh, there's a pin in there, is, can you see this? Is we need a solid, and then we need our print. These fabrics are all from the Happy Day fabric line, and they're in my Etsy shop. The solids, what I've done is made some bundles of quarter yard bundles, and there's a few of those in my shop too. That's what I used. And then the white, and these instructions I'll give to you later, the next time, but it's pretty simple. They're 2.5 inches. So what we do is, first of all, we take a 2.5 inch square, okay? 2.5 inches is the center, right here. Okay, and then we're gonna sew a 1.5 by 2.5 inch piece on each side. Okay, I'll try to sew fast so you don't have to hold that so long. Okay. So on each side, we're going to sew a 1.5 by 2.5. I hope my measurements come out right. Okay. 1.5 by 2.5 on each side of your 2.5 inch square. Okay, so that's going to be our center of our block. Let me just see that I'm matching up here. Yep. Okay, and next we need to come across here, top and bottom. So we'll cut 1.5 by 4.5, and you need 2 of those. 1.5 by 4.5, 2. And you want to sew top and bottom. Again, you can pin if you want. I'm just going to zip it on here. Okay, and I'm folding this piece down onto my solid because that's just kind of the way it wants to go. And the same thing over here, I'm flipping it towards my solid. I'm not saying that's right or wrong, that's just the way I'm doing it. Okay, I'm going to put the next one on. Same thing, pin if you want. Zipping that on. And again, I'm going to make sure that my flap is over because I already did this one over, so make sure you're holding that down or pin it down. Same thing over here on this one. This is an easy block and a fun one. It goes fast if you want to make a fast quilt. You really can make it bigger by enlarging all the pieces. Okay, so there's our little square part, which is right here. That's our little square right here. Okay, so I'm kind of just pressing this down. The next thing we're going to do is our sides, side to side. And that is going to be 2.5 by 4.5. Okay, and that's going side to side. Got it? On this side right here, not the 4.5 inch long piece, but this way. Okay? Let's sew it on. I'm folding it down again over this way because it just kind of is laying that way, and I could go this way, but to me it just seems better on this side. And I don't open up my seams when I press. Some do, that's fine. I just don't unless I have a really bad bulky piece where there's 4 corners meeting and they're triangles, and you know, then I might, but that's about it. I don't press open. I used to press open making clothes, but I guess some people are pressing open making blocks now. And it might lay flatter, I don't know. These are all just the way I do it, not the way everybody does it or should do it. Okay, so we have that. Now we're going to add our top and our bottom. And this is going to be the end of our block. So top is, this one is going to be 2.5 by 8.5. And if you measure this, you'll come up with that measurement, 2.5 by 8.5. You need 2 of those, okay? Pretty much you need 2 of everything except for your center square, and you only need 1 of those per block. Okay, and this one I'm going to pin it because we're getting kind of big. Okay. one, and then I'm going to add the other one. Now, if there's a directional print or something you want to make sure it's, you know, going in the directions that you want it to go in, pay attention to that before you sew it on. This kind of has text going in all directions, so it doesn't matter. I'm just randomly placing it. And then you want to pay attention to that when you're cutting out your strips too, if there's a text or a print that's going in one direction. If you want. I don't, but it might bother some people. Okay. Okay. So here's our block. See how fast that was? And I made a whole bunch of these. I'll put the measurement up on my Instagram page of how many blocks I use. I'll actually show the whole quilt so you can see that. But these little pieces here are 2.5 by 8.5. The corner squares I did are 2.5-inch squares. And I did, you know, the sashing and sewed the rows together. I think you're probably all familiar with how to do that. If not, let me know and I can show that on one of my classes. So that's this. This fabric is in my shop. There's still some of it left. The butterfly one I think might be limited as to what's left of that, but there's all the others. And oh, I didn't bring it in here. I'm going to use the on this there's the print that is the stripes, and I'm going to use that as my binding, so you'll see that in my shop if you want to use that also. And I'm gonna I think I'm going to cut it on the bias so that the stripes then will be on the diagonal too. The cameraman's making faces. Okay, so these are this is the solids I used, and I have, I don't know, 6 or 7 of these in my shop, and they're they're quarter yard bundles, okay? I don't know how much I used in this because I seriously did not pay attention, but if you want to get some of those, I'm going to give you a little peek of the monthly quilt club that you guys have signed up here, wait, up here. Sorry. Cameraman's getting tired. I need to get a selfie stick for him. So thank you all of you that signed up for the monthly quilt club. It's going to be fun. I'm so excited to start it. I already have planned out like the first 6 months of quilts that I'm making, mini quilts for you. And this is going to be the July one. And these are 2 of the blocks. Okay, that's all I'm going to show you, the 2 blocks. And so that's going to be your kit for that month. Then August, I already have, like I said, that's going to be out of the new line from Diary of a Quilter. That fabric should be here anytime, and then I can start working on that sample. I'm so excited for that because of the red and blues and the yellows. And this book. Okay, you might want to get this book if you don't have it. I have some in my Etsy shop. That's all I'm going to say. You might want to get the book. It's an adorable book, and there's just a reason why you should get this book. So that's all I'm going to tell you right now. And I can't think of anything else. Sorry I didn't wear my pajamas, Miss Calico Hill. I didn't put them on. I know I promised you I would. But that's it. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye.